How you hire to the tribes. I don't know when to start because sometimes my audio is cut off. Well, tribe, you got them used to me just giving audios. And one reason you can use this to your advantage is you can always be listening to me. You know, when you're driving, um, when you're doing some boring task, you may listen to a program that's kind of boring, but you have to listen to it. You can listen to me on the side because you don't have to look at me. Listening is better than looking. Listening with your ears better than with your eyes because your eyes will deceive you. But can your ears deceive you? Think about that. With tribes, I figured out why, as a tribe, we don't want to talk about enslavement. The enslavement our ancestors went through. You don't want to talk about it. But the people in the Holocaust, they always talking about it. They feel the pain of their ancestors. That's why they talk about it. But you are so disconnected from your ancestors, you don't feel any pain. And you believe the lie that you free now. You be free now. So you don't want to talk about enslavement. But you're more enslaved now than you were then. I'm talking about your ancestors in the past. They knew they was enslaved. They knew it without a doubt because they have experienced being free. And even if you're born in enslavement, there's a natural part of you that know it's wrong. You want to be, that yearns for freedom. That's why there were so many attempted escapes. Because they don't want somebody always telling you what to do. What is that? However, after hundreds of years, you fell right in line as tribes. The richest man dictates to you what you to say, what you to do, and you follow everything he says and does and tell you to do. I would explain to somebody at the store as I was talking about my ministry why I didn't have any business cards. I said, because it's not a business. And I'm not advertising because advertisers are looking for money. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you know the people you pay rent to you pay this money to? Can you contact them when you need to? Do you even know who they are? Who is Chicago Light and Power that you pay your money to? Do you know that person? No. But you pay it to them every day and you don't talk about being scammed? They don't have a person, they have a corporation you're paying it to. So the person is dead, hidden, just like you. You're a corporation. Did you know that? Yes, your name is a corporation. There's so many things you need to know. Since I have the time to study, I'm bringing it to you. So, at every opportunity, this is how we achieve freedom, tribe. At every opportunity, you share your disgust with what your ancestors had to go through, enslavement. Because if you don't feel their pain, they can't help you. Their ancestors live in you. Oh, who's this coming online? Hey, how y'all doing? Okay. How you to the tribe? Well, y'all came in quick. Usually be 10 minutes before anybody start coming in the chat. Thanks for coming. Thank you for your civilized conduct. So what I'm saying, tribe, is, visitors are welcome if you're not part of the tribes. You're welcome to listen and learn. what's being said, tribes, is that when you feel the pain of your ancestors, you're going to talk about slavery. At every opportunity, you're going to teach your children about it. That should be spoken all the time. But they taught you to be ashamed of it and not to talk about it. People talk about their horrors of the Holocaust. Nobody tell them it's shame to talk about it. So reason why I say I don't have business cards to advertise, because I'm not soliciting business. And that's the way of the opposition. We're not to follow the ways of the opposer. We're not to do anything he does. That's why Brother York was creating our own language, because he speaks this language. We should have our own. We should have another language to establish our separate identity. How many of y'all ever think about that? People who have their languages always are more respected, because you know they could be cussing them out in his face and he don't even know it. Just privacy, speaking conversations where they don't need to know what you're talking about. Isn't that beautiful to do that? Ever since I can remember, I've always wanted to know why we don't have our own language. And I'm not talking about Ebonics. We got this and them. That's not no language. That's a deviation from his language, the language we gave him. So as I said, the reason why I don't have business cards, because this is a ministry and I'm not following the ways of the opposer. I'm not going to say enemy, because I don't know if they're enemy unless it affects me personally. Because remember now, I'm teaching you how to be selfish. There's all things in the scriptures about being selfish. You think it's a bad thing. When you're selfish, you have something for yourself. You have your own institutions. You have your own language. You have your own. Everything is your own. You have your own because you're selfish. You want something for yourself. People who talk about not being selfish because they want everybody to have what they got. They don't want to have anything. They want to say, "Oh, we all brothers. I can just go to your store since you got a store. I don't need a store for myself. And you can lock me out your store whenever you feel like it, because I ain't got my own. You can raise the prices whenever you feel like it, because I don't have my own. Matter of fact, we can starve you if you don't have your own store. They can starve you because you're not growing your own food. Don't you see, tribes? Selfishness begins with having your own. And they've taught you that that's wrong because they want to keep you enslaved. You think you're free. You're free when you grow your own food and don't have to be paying nobody else's bill. Them not your bills. How can you be paying bills? God didn't bring you here. It didn't cost nobody to bring you here. You paying their bills because they don't own the water. They don't own the electricity. They just took it and said, "Okay, we want you to pay us some money. We want you to take care of us." send my children to school, college, buy my big mansions, buy my houses. That's who bills you paying. Because they don't own jack. Any questions, comments, intelligent responses? I really think sometimes that I'm in my White Castle in the sky and y'all just don't have no idea what's being talked about. Oh boy. It's all good. It's all good. All right, well, since there's no questions in the chat, we're going to say hiya hiya to the tribes.